So this is one of the most underreported stories I've ever seen, and I'm sure you have not heard about it. The Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee issued a report yesterday. That committee is chaired by Senator Gary Peters, Democrat, Michigan, Ranking Member Rand Paul, Republican, Kentucky. The report says that the FBI knew about potential danger to the U.S. Capitol on January 6th in advance, but did nothing. Shocking report. Did you hear it on ABC, NBC, CBS? If you did, I stand corrected and I want to apologize. But I don't think you did. All right? Did you hear it on the cables? Let me know. So now we get into a whole different aspect of the January 6th riot. The FBI knew trouble was brewing because they had assets inside the Proud Boys. All right, the far-right group that can get violent. There were FBI informers there, and the informers alerted Washington that these guys were going to go to D.C. on January 26th, and trouble could happen. And they were specific about it. Here's what the Senate committee released. Quote, at a fundamental level, the agencies failed to fulfill their mission and connect the public and non-public information they received. FBI also did not develop certain tips about January 6th because they were deemed not credible, contrary to FBI policy that requires every tip received to be logged as long as it meets an authorized purpose for investigation, regardless of credibility, unquote. So all that means the FBI buried the story. I know Trump didn't get anything from the FBI because he told me. Okay, he got no warning. But he knew, President Trump at the time, he knew trouble was brewing, so he alerted the Pentagon to have National Guard on alert. We all know that. That's established beyond any reasonable doubt. And that's what'll get him acquitted if the special prosecutor, Smith, brings charges on January 6th. And this report makes that almost impossible, by the way, and I'll get into that in a moment. So the reason that the Guard didn't show up is because Pelosi, who is in charge of Capitol security as the Speaker of the House then, and the mayor of Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser, didn't request it. And they had to, okay, by law, and they did not. So, once again, this shows that the FBI is incompetent. All right, now you can do a conspiracy theory and say the FBI wanted this to happen. You can do that, and many, many millions of Americans will. I will not, because I don't do that. I'm a fact-based guy. I'm telling you the FBI is incompetent. Did they use politics to go after Trump? Yes. Russian collusion. Now, maybe more things will arise here in the January 6th riot situation because they're looking into it. All right? Now, Christopher Wray, the head of the FBI, is supposed to testify on July 12th. Okay? And this guy is a menace. All right? He's not just incompetent, he's a menace. So he'll show up that Wednesday in front of the House Judiciary Committee, and he'll say, I can't answer any questions because January 6th is still under investigation. That's what he'll say. And then every question you ask him, he'll say the same thing. Hunter Biden, under investigation. On and on and on and on. You'll get a thing from the man. That's what he does. Okay, you know it. We've seen it. It will happen again this time. So forget about that. But as far as me, an American citizen who once admired the skill of the FBI and the dedication to protect Americans, it's all gone. It's all gone. Can you imagine sitting on information there was going to be a riot at the Capitol and not telling the president, the Pentagon, the Congress people themselves, putting them at grave risk? Can you imagine that? That's what happened. That's what happened. It is a disgrace. Now, the Justice Department is in charge of the FBI, so you understand. Merrick Garland is the boss of Christopher Wray. And Biden could fire Wray tomorrow, but he won't because Biden doesn't care about any of this. All he cares about is getting Trump, okay, and getting his son off. So there was a leak yesterday of a tape of Donald Trump at his private residence in New Jersey talking about a document that he had. The tape, audio tape, went out to the media. Who leaked it? Couldn't have been anybody else but someone inside the Justice Department at a very high level. Had to be somebody from Smith's office or Garland's office. Had to be. Nobody else had access to it. They leaked it to the press. This is the U.S. Justice Department. This is what we're looking at. So not only do we have a corrupt FBI, the whole thing's corrupt. The whole J Department's corrupt. I mean, come on. Finally, with this information coming forth from the Senate Homeland Security Committee, which is not partisan, obviously, this makes Merrick Garland and the FBI under Biden look terrible. The Trump people are buoyed. They're lifted up because you can't blame, as Smith is trying to do, the special counsel, January 6th on Trump if the FBI had the info ahead of time and didn't do anything about it. This just blows that case right out of the water. So the Trump people should be happy today and should be outraged at the leak of the tape. I'm not going to play the tape because I'm not trying this on TV. I don't know the context of this tape. It's just audio. Okay, I don't know it. I'm not going to play it. I'm not trying the Trump stuff on television. It's ridiculous. And it's against the law to do what the media did. Play a tape that a federal guy, Smith, the special prosecutor, is using to maybe prosecute a former president. Now, nobody's going to be charged. They won't even find out who did the leak. They couldn't even find out the Supreme Court leak. Another FBI extravagant. Oh, the FBI, no, the marshals did it. Come on. The FBI should have been on that Supreme Court leak like that. They don't want any part of it. They didn't want to find out. Awful. And that's a memo. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201 or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text Bill to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.